3, 2, 1. Starts on new game. Alright. And girl. And don't worry, I will be showing off the petting. Yeah, I'll definitely have fun with this. No, there is a bit of lag between me seeing the comments and audio going out. So, this game. It is a fairly fun game to play casually, but in the speedrunning, it is fairly simple, and really you just need to know the game in order to run it. Oh, you've never seen an Animal Parade run. Alright. I will try my best to explain things as the run progresses. Pretty much right now, it's asking me what the birthday is for the character, as well as favorite gift thing. I don't think the gift matters, but the birthday, it will be fairly cool to actually be able to see the birthday in one of the days that I am playing, though that is completely RNG. Essentially, the main quest of this game is to to save the goddess tree. And in order to save the goddess tree, you need to ring 5 of the 5 bells, which are red, blue, yellow, green, purple. I believe it's in that order in the save file select, but I may be a bit wrong on that. So in order to even ring all the bells, I moved to Waffle Island in order to start a farming life. Of course, this run I am not going to be doing any farming whatsoever because I need to try to go to the mines as quickly as possible. Now, this person here that is talking to me is Hamilton. He is the mayor, and he is giving me this plot of land, which in this run, I will never pay back. And I don't think in any of the leaderboard speedruns you pay it back. He gives you a watering can, a hoe, and a thing of 9 seeds in the starter set, which is what he just gave me. And now he is telling me where exactly all the places are. For this run, I will first be going to Flute Fields to get a few things before going to Harmonica Town. After Harmonica Town, I will be going to Garmin Mines. I'll go further in depth with it as the run progresses. And hopefully I will be able to get a cool, but I don't think very useful thing. Looks like it's going to be Calm Farm. The farm name I want for this game a half. Look, my apologies there. I thought I fixed it. It was running well. Whoop. Oh, right. I'm going to be... Yeah, it is being like... I didn't get the whistling. Alright. And my world record pace... my internet is going a bit wonky here. Don't know why, but... Oh well. Yeah, it's okay-ish. Oh, it looks like it's going good. And I lost a bit of time due to that whistle, so... don't think it's stuttering anymore. This happens when it streams. I don't know why. No, it was definitely dropping frames. Alright, so first things first, after getting all of that stuff, I will be going to Flute Fields. Now, in this game, if you were going to run it casually, you can actually get a baby cow from... I space it on the names of people in Flute Fields. I believe it is Kane that you can get a baby cow from. He will also give you a brush. I'm not sure the specific cutoff date for when you can get it, but oh, I am not following the route correctly. Oh well. This is by no means a world record pace. So first I will be... I mean, if you want me to show it, I've got about a 10-minute buffer for the run. At least for the estimated finish time. Because world record is 105, or 106. And I whistled again. Well, world record is 106. I had the buffer at... or the estimated time at 1 hour and 30 minutes because RNG can be a very heavy factor in this particular run. Now I will be speaking to Hannah for the first time, who is one of the owners for the ranch. You go to her to buy any sort of things for your ranching needs, so cows, chickens, etc. Though the only thing I will be buying from her is a thing of milk for a bit, about 10, or no. Looks like it'll be about 20 minutes before the use of the milk that I will be buying. And I will go ahead and turn the names off. Now for menuing, you have to wait until they are finished bowing in order to even input any more selections. Which, the way that I did my menuing is not the greatest, but would you want me to show the baby cow event? Because I can. I'll go ahead and do it. I've got time and, well, casually, I'm not sure if many people actually knew about this, so I'll go ahead and show it. I want to say it loses about 3 minutes. I'm not too sure on the time. I can look and see by keeping track of my timer, so alright. Oh well, it's a good thing that I decided to sign up for the run, or the marathon. Now, one of 3 choices. I'll just go at random, so you are given one of 3 choices. And the name will be Andre. not gonna be too worried about the names for the animals. So for this particular run, this is a completely unnecessary thing, but completely unnecessary, but it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. This is... Hopefully I get good RNG later for when I'm going to be getting the red bell situated and whatnot. Andre the milk cow. Yep. Alright, next up I am going to be seeing... I spaced it on the names. The milk. And now I'll be going to talk to the people in the farming district of Flute Fields for a strawberry, but first it's a cutscene of them arguing. Now, of course, since this is a speedrun, I'm going to try to quickly mash through the text as best I can. And after this cutscene, I will be kicked outside, so I'll have to end up going back inside. And this character is named Taylor. So farther in the game, after you have rung the yellow bell, I do believe, you will be able to buy seeds using the phone through Taylor's Seeds. I'm not sure if it's any cheaper than the farm, but I do believe you can buy off-season seeds. And I'm given some seeds that are not going to be too helpful. But, I mean, what do you expect from Harvest Moon games? They just give, or the NPCs just give you various things because they are nice. Alright. That menuing was good. Alright. Now, after buying the milk and strawberry, I am going to be talking to Toby. Or, well, going through a cutscene with Toby to get the fishing rod. To those of you who have seen any of the speedruns of Harvest Moon Animal Parade, the fishing rod can actually help you skip time just a little bit faster. I believe it's 10 seconds per 10 minutes in-game. I may be wrong with that. Anyways, the fishing rod saves a few seconds for every time you use it, rather than waiting the bit that you would need to. So usually I would go see Toby first, but I messed up on that a little bit, so morning cruel. Alright, after getting the fishing rod, it is time to go to Harmonica Town. And my personal splits for, or well, you guys can't see it, but for my splits, intro cutscene would be when I gain control of the character for the first time. Flute Fields will be in, or all the others will be in loading screens between things. So for Flute Fields, when I'm going back to my farm, I will hit the split there. For Harmonica Town, same thing, on and on. Fix bridges after the fix bridge cutscene. Oh, wow. Alright. I'm not sure how long Harmonica Town's going to take. And blue screen before 10 minutes before starting time. Yeah, that is definitely. Now, what the game wants you to do here is go straight to see Mayor Hamilton. However, yes, this game is for the Wii. However, I am playing on Wii U because it has just slightly faster loading times, I think. And first things first in Harmonica Town, instead of going straight to see Mayor Hamilton like the game wants you to, I will go to see Simon, who is the owner of the photo shop. He will give me a camera, which I will not necessarily use until the very end. And from here, I will be going to the church to meet a few other people from Harmonica Town. After this small cutscene, I will be going into the church to be meeting Perry and Mira. These particular people in Harmonica Town, I do know. If I were a crop, which would I be? I would be a cabbage. Oh yeah. So after me, the next speedrun will be Harvest Moon DS. A good choice for choosing cabbage. I suppose it is a decent choice. So pretty much what Perry is saying is that Mira lost her husband a few years back, and she is still upset about it. That will come into play a bit later. Well, I'm glad I get to kind of show this game out to more people. If you do want to speedrun it, it is mainly a lot of execution and knowing the game. Anyways, now I am meeting with Chase, who is the bar's cook. But right now the flames are not desirable, and there are not any good ingredients being imported. Hence a few of the bells there. So I will be showing the an interesting mechanic that I know Groat likes. It will either be... I might as well do it here. Make sure that you are connected. Ooh, still going strong. A few minutes behind. Gotta pet everyone. I don't think I can pet everyone now, but... I mean... I'll pet a few people. How about this? I'll put all of the available bachelors and bachelorettes that I actually see. Or, well, actually have met and am able to do that too. Alright, that was Irene, the doctor, and her son Jin is out studying for a way to help the goddess tree, which is the whole plot of this game. Ring all the bells, or I'll go into the whole quest of the game once the Harvest Goddess shows up. And next up I meet Yolanda and Maya, who are part of the inn's staff. Now, Maya had messed up on some cookies, or messed up on some sort of dish, and decides that when I show up to give cookies. Alright, I don't see her, oh well. And so what I'm doing right now is increasing the friendship by essentially petting the person. Yeah, seems like Maya's not there currently, so makes me a bit upset that I can't pet all the available bachelors and bachelorettes that I meet. Oh, Yolanda is the person that I ended up doing the petting mechanic to. She is one of the inn's staff, and I believe she helps out Maya with her cooking and making sure that she knows what she's doing. Oh yeah, in order to do the rubbing mechanic, you do need a second player controller that you use the sensor bar for. Essentially, you connect it and then oh, it's fine if you didn't have enough for the both. I believe this was my first Harvest Moon game, so I've put in quite a lot of hours to playing it casually. It wasn't until about a year and a half, somewhere around that range, before I actually decided to start speedrunning the game. Of course, at the time I decided to try to speedrun it, I did not have a capture card at all. Yes, rubbing. Yes, there are a few multiplayer capabilities for Animal Parade. Mainly it's just with the different events that happen throughout the year. I know that the animal racing event is actually 2-player. Sadly, I won't be able to show this off because I don't have a save that's at that point. And don't think I necessarily have the time for that just yet, because there is a somewhat lenient but strict time. But I mean, if there's time later, I can try my best to get to a point where I can do that. Maybe show it off for, but I'm not too sure. Stream's still going strong. Alright. People still waiting for a multiplayer Harvest Moon, just play Minecraft. I do know that the Light of Hope SE Complete for the Switch actually does have a little bit of multiplayer functionality in it. But that's because I had gotten it for the holidays from family member, and sadly you cannot marry the same gender. Though that doesn't mean you can't boost your affection with them. And no, there's not going to be. Stardew Valley is... You volunteered to pet Kathy. I said that I was going to pet all the bachelors and bachelorettes that I see, so... Or, yeah, that I see throughout the time, so... Yes, can't marry but can rub. Okay, and now... I know for sure that I'm a bit behind on the time. But... I mean... 1 minute time loss. Or, well, I guess it's gonna be about 3 minute time loss. Not too bad. Especially considering that I'm trying to make this enjoyable for everyone. Also going to be seeing a cutscene right here. Pretty much telling me something that I didn't already know. I've met everyone in town. And I need to go see Hamilton for something. Yes, this game does have good waifus. Dang it. Yeah, marathon times don't count. I mean, when I've ran this game, one of the times was, I believe, like an hour and 50 minutes. But that was due to it being literally the first run that I did of it, as well as I had fairly bad RNG. And another cutscene, pretty much Hamilton saying, "Oh, cool, you've met everyone in town. And you can buy stuff here." When do we meet Phoebe? Sadly, in this run, we do not meet Phoebe. Though, if we have time, I can actually go and meet her, since this is Red Bell. After you ring the Red Bell, you will be able to see her. So, if you guys want, or guys and gals want, I can show Phoebe. But that'll be after time ends. Alright, so next up it is time to go see Bo. Now, Bo is one of the carpenter's sons, and he's just standing outside, or yeah, he was standing outside in front of a bridge that is broken. And of course, Bo is a bit slow because he went to go fix the bridge without his toolbox, which I had gotten from the mayor. Oh, oops, I missed that split. Oh well. The splits don't really matter anyways, it's the very bottom time that does. I mean, I still might be on pace. Fair enough. I mean, I definitely had a big margin of error for my run, so considering the world record is 106, my estimate is 130, so I've got quite a bit of buffer there already. Fair enough, I guess it is alright to run behind a bit now. And as stated before, this is Bo. The bridge was damaged in a storm, but you know, oop, I messed up slightly here and did not pull out his toolbox, which made me go through this cutscene. I mean, being behind shouldn't be too big of an issue here in the beginning because most of the runs may be going underestimate. Alright. Oh, golly, that's quite a bit of inventory that's filled up. So I was supposed to give Bo the toolbox before speaking to him, but yeah, I'm trying to make spread out my time a bit. I may go quite a bit over time, but that's if RNG is not in my favor for the next bit. Alright, so now that I've given Bo his toolbox, he is hungry, so he wants strawberry and milk, which is why I bought it earlier. Sadly, you have to give it one at a time. And for some reason, he wants to eat milk. Alright, now that I have given Bo his milk and strawberry, he is full. And he will let me know when the bridge is fixed. Now, for my splits, fixing the bridge will be after the cutscene where he tells me, hey, the bridge is fixed. But you guys in the stream right now can't necessarily see that, so oop. I'll rub Bo later. Alright. From here, I'll do just a tad bit of... yeah, I'm not sure why he wants to eat the milk, but... anyways, I'm going to be doing a tad bit of inventory management. Doesn't really affect things too much. Though I do want to keep those cookies just in case I need them for a bit later. And in my personal runs of this, I usually don't do inventory management, but right now it doesn't really matter too much because I'm only going to need a few things from my inventory and time to sleep. You know, did nothing and decided to sleep the rest of the, or I guess went around and talked. And yeah, it was fixed. Wave goodbye. Bridge. Looks like I'm world record. PB, same difference at this point. Oh, looks like the stream is going a bit bad on the connection wise. It'll buffer here for a little bit. My apologies. I'm not sure why it. Alright. Yeah, he definitely did recover, and now I'm going to be doing this again. This time trying to be a bit quicker about it. Come on. There we go. Well, technically we are... I do not condone this, but technically we are killing the animals. That baby cow I have not fed, and you're supposed to feed it every so often. Hopefully I don't go weeks without feeding it, because then we'll see a cutscene pretty much telling you, or making you feel bad about not caring for the animals. But I know for sure that I've accidentally triggered the cutscene in my Bluebell run with a duck. So the duck got sick and I had to go through a decent cutscene, making me feel bad for not really caring for it. Now, these animals are definitely mad because they are trying to protect the harvest goddess, and they won't let me past. Even though I'm a good person, I mostly take care of animals. And now I need to find someone who... Yeah. Now I need to find someone who is good with animals. Luckily for me, there is someone here that is good with animals. Though I do need to wait a little bit of time before going to see him because his doors are locked. No, when I was practicing this, I accidentally screwed up and had... Wait, did I? I'm not sure how I screwed up when I was practicing, but somehow I was unable to go and see Dale, who is the carpenter and is good with animals. Let's make sure, yeah, that's the right time. Alright, still going strong there, or decently strong there. And I know for sure in casual runs, or casual playthroughs, I do sometimes forget to feed my animals, but I usually have a little bit of a stock there just in case I do forget. Now you can also do the petting feature for wild animals and your farm animals. Now I do have to remember to talk to everyone here because they will give me leads on how I can actually get past the angry animals that are blocking me from seeing the goddess. But honestly, I don't blame them for being mad. Alright. Now Dale is going to have his doggo do some tricks here. And that does make the character very happy, so. And he tries to look for his animal whistle, which he does not know where he left it. Not that he really minds too much, because he was going to give it to me anyways, so now I have to go on a fetch quest to get an animal whistle. And now I have to go to the general store. Alright. Yes, it is a good, cute doggo. And that breed of dog actually was in the church grounds. That sucks, Deca, but yeah, I'll try to have a good run and try to have a fun time at your job. Alright, and I'm given a book from Barbara before Simon comes in and asks if Phoebe is home yet. And sadly, Phoebe is not home yet, but near the end we should be able to see her. I mean, iBums doesn't have to go to sleep just yet. Though if it does have other obligations, then probably should. Alright, after talking to Barbara, she tells me that the animal whistle was brought over to the neighboring shop, which is the accessory shop, which is owned by Mira and her husband, which is why it is in its state right now. Now we get to meet a flamboyant fellow named Julius. And he will be asking if I want to take over the shop, because the boss had passed and whatnot. Though I do say no to that, because, well, either way you get the same result afterwards. He says that can't just give his boss's shop away. And now I talk to him and get told that the whistle was just a toy and was given to a child. Alright, though he is one of the available bachelors, so go ahead and rub him. So after talking to Julius about the whistle, go to see the blacksmith Ramsey. Where he is looking or trying to do his smithing job, but it's not going too well because the fire is not hot enough. Yeah, I personally do prefer Toby over Julius, but I'm weird with things, so I try to go for the more elusive bachelors and bachelorettes. And right now in my casual playthrough, I am actually married to the witch. Anyways, Ramsey will tell me that Chloe will probably be showing the toy, which is the whistle, to Owen, and Owen is usually in the mines. Now this is where the RNG comes in, because I'm going to be using, or try to use, as much stamina as I can to get ores for the last little stretch of the run. The ores that I'm looking for are iron, copper, silver, and gold. Usually in my runs, I miss out on the copper. But last time I did the run, I was actually shorted on gold. Hopefully RNG is in my favor for this and gives me the gold ore, but I can't be too sure. Alright, so take out the hammer and going to start smashing some rocks. Now this is the first time that any stamina has been used in the run, and I may not be the greatest at positioning myself. So you can align yourself with the grid by, if you're playing with a Wii Remote and Nunchuck like I am, you can align yourself by pressing the Z button on the Nunchuck. However, for the sake of being fast, I will try not to use that all too much. Alright, so far I've gotten gold and silver, and it is only floor 4, I believe. Floor 5 now. I still need a copper and a gold, which after I got one ore, I will be ignoring all the other ores of that type, and that is junk ore that just popped up, which I do not need. Alright, so another junk, silver, there's the copper, so now all I'm looking for is gold ore, which hopefully will show up in the next few floors. But if it doesn't, then it's not too bad. Also played a little bit of whack-a-mole there, hitting the mole with the hammer to give me a random item from a pool. So you can get quite a lot of stuff from hitting the mole on the head. Oop. And there's the introduction of the different gases in the mine. So there are a few different gases in the mine that give various effects. Like confusion gas, which actually reverses your controls. There's poison gas, which reduces your stamina amount. And then there's darkness, which stops you from seeing very far around you. There's healing, which increases your stamina and gets rid of any negative effects like darkness and confusion gas. There's also power-up gas, which does the same thing as healing without the increase or recovery of stamina. And then there is also sickness and tired gas, which will either make you sick or tired depending on which one it is. Each of the gases is determined by its color. The ones that you do want to run into are green, blue, and the fast-moving whites, which the fast-moving whites are speed-up gas. Oops, I didn't need to split there. Oh well. Alright, so back to the run. I blow the whistle a few times, and now the animals are happy and say that they're sorry. They were only trying to protect the goddess, as I said before. But now they'll let me through because I blew a whistle. And animals are friendly, right? Alright. Next up is the Harvest Goddess cutscene. Now this is the first time that she is seen in the run. And oops, I actually forgot to rub Owen. Oops. I'm trying my best for commentary, so if you're wanting a more laid back and at your own pace game, the Harvest Moon series is a great option for it, because really it is a farming simulator. Of course there are quests that you can do, but really you don't have to do the quests, and you can just focus on farming, ranching, and the like, fishing, all this other stuff. And now the Harvest Goddess just went through the whole spiel about nature's power, or the nature's power being weakened, and me needing to go and seek out all the 5 different harvest sprites, which are pretty much the overseers of the bells. Now, the reason why I actually ran out of energies back in the mines is because the power berry that the Harvest Goddess gave me actually restores my stamina. And of course, the Harvest Goddess is one of the available bachelorettes. And that is actually the only way you can get her friendship up before beating the game and ringing all 5 bells. And that is that cutscene. Alright, all that's left is to go back down through the mines once more. Of course, I'm going to break rocks as I can to try to get that pesky gold ore. And if I don't get the gold ore, I will be doing what a few runners of this game call Death Warp, which is essentially running out of stamina so that you're sent back to your house and get to restart, or it passes the day at the expense of your starting day stamina. It is helpful for when you need to quickly get back there, but I will do my best to get the gold ore by breaking all the rocks that I can on each floor. The earliest that I've gotten the gold ore on any floor would be the 3rd floor. So from that point down, I should be able to get gold ore. That's definitely not what I wanted there. Though in the mines, sometimes the way down or way up, depending on which mine you're in, is blocked off. So you will need to break rocks in order to see it. Luckily, it didn't happen on my first go around going down. But it definitely can be a bit of a time loss, especially if you've gotten all the ores but your stamina is really low. And there's another confusion gas. Sometimes it moves fairly fast, sometimes it moves slow. I'm not sure what determines it aside from the placement of objects in the grid around it. And that should be the stairwell right there. And stairwells can only be spawn on certain areas if they are not already there in the map. So you don't have to randomly worry about breaking rocks and crystals every which way. Still have not gotten the gold, which is slightly disheartening. But, what do you expect from RNG? There's a rock there, no gold. Last floor for gold. If I don't get it, then I will have to do that death warp. Healing gas, which, oh gosh, I did not need that. Don't need healing gas here. I don't need confusion gas either. Poison gas, I'll take that over confusion because, well, I've played the game long enough to be able to counteract the confusion gas, so, and there's the gold. Okay, that was getting a bit scary there, though we are definitely going to be able to get very within time. It'll be, even with all the various time losses that I put through, the run will be over at about 1:15, so there's still plenty of time for me to do random stuff like go and pet Owen, because I have not done that yet, and I had the chance to, but I failed to do it. So after seeing the bell frame, you have to go and talk to Ramsey about the bell, and he will give you a little tip that Chloe, which is the little child, actually had found something in the mines, and she thinks it's a toy. And that toy is actually the red bell. I'll go into why I needed all 4 of those ores later, once the time comes to turn them in. I ask him if he knows anything about the bells. He says that there was a bell in the mine, and we tell him that the bell's gone. Then he tells us that Chloe had found something in the mines and is playing with it. Now, on our way out, we will be going to see Chloe, Bo, and Owen playing a game. That game is essentially Kick the Cone, if you have played that before. So you get to see Bo counting up to 10, and then getting distracted by us coming and seeing him and playing Kick the Bell. And that's the red bell. Now we go to run and try to get it, and Chloe just kicks it. But I do have to say, that is one heck of a kick. And it gets stuck in the blacksmith's chimney. Not sure how it got that much height, or how it got perfectly into the chimney, but sometimes you can't question game's logic. And they have been kicking the bell for quite a while. And now Chloe still thinks that it's a toy, and gotta help her get it out of the chimney so that we can actually get the bell. Hence why I got those ores from before. Now, the ores you actually turn in to see that, or to be able to get the bell unstuck from the chimney by creating a big enough explosion. Or, well, essentially an explosion. Or no, gas cloud big enough to... I'm not sure about the logic, but I have to turn in ores to... Oh, smoke. To make enough smoke so that there is the ability to get it unstuck. And a whistle for good luck, and now I get to turn in the various ores. Starting with iron, then to gold. Of course, sadly, you have to turn it, or you have to turn in each of the different ores one by one. So that kinda not user-friendly, but it's just my own personal opinion. Makes it easier for if you have one and you want to turn it in then and there. Now, in any percent, you wouldn't necessarily have to be worrying about getting the different ores the first and second time you go through the mines, because you'll have to go through a different mine in order to get an item for the bluebell. That item being a black pearl. And looks like world record is coming up for the time right now. So I'd say it's about 10 more minutes before the actual run is, or the run will be over by 1:20. So it actually is not a bad time, and it's better than my proof of concept, which is extremely surprising. Or, well, I guess my proof of concept didn't get good or RNG. Now, there is actually a chance that it rains today for the game. And now that I've gotten the red belt unstuck, there's another cutscene, or continuing with the cutscene. Alright, I'll mainly just be going through as many bachelors and bachelorettes as I can before finishing up the run. Though the petting feature, you can only do that once per day. So. Oh yeah, also, smoke is smoky. And we're all curious at how the bell cannot be rung from this place. So we gotta take the bell all the way back down through the mines. Though this time I will be going through it a bit quicker because I don't need to worry about breaking any rocks necessarily. So something that I didn't actually use are various traps, or I guess traps, pitfalls, etc. That can either bring you down floors or bring you up floors. Now, when it is bringing you down floors, you fall through the floor, and if it is bringing you up floors, then a geyser shows up. So here, for instance, you fall down, and I know that was going to make me fall due to the level that I was on. So level 3, you always will get pitfalls. However, elsewise, it's iffy if you get pitfalls or not, except for on floor 8, which you will always get geysers, which bring you up. Of course, I don't have to be taking these falls, but I mean, sometimes it can save time if you get lucky with falling. And you can only fall up to floor 8, I do believe. Though I do know that this needs to be broken. And floor 8 will always be a geyser, so I need to find the thing. Ooh, wonderful. I'll go ahead and pick that up. Okay, floor 9, which I didn't really touch, but there it goes. Oop, I already completed that, so it looks like I've only lost 8 minutes, or not 8 minutes, 5? Anywhere between 5 and 8 minutes is what I lost, which actually isn't that bad. Now, I do have to remember to not choose make 100 friends or protect world peace. I need to actually ring the bell. Though I do like the Bluebells ring thing, or the Bluebells prompt for ringing. One is World Domination, which is the first selection, I do believe. And it is fairly funny when I accidentally choose that. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not the goal here. What's our goal? You're joking, right? This is overall not a bad run at all. Though time does end in a little bit. Alrighty. Time will be over as soon as this whole cutscene is over. So. And time is now.